Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So it's been a while. I've been thinking about how to create this introduction to my channel video, and something really interesting or thought-provoking happened to me today. And it was a story where I was talking to my mom earlier, and it was literally this morning where we talked about investments, and I found out that my family is in really dire straits. Of course, I realized that this is because we are in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic. A lot of people don't have jobs. And forgive me if I seem a little bit solemn in this video, because this is completely different from my usual videos where I come in full of energy, but this is how much it's affecting me. My family is pretty old. My dad and mom are in their 60s, but we still have a mortgage, and that's because throughout my life and the time that I was raised from when I was baby to now, my family has always been poor with their finances. And that was kind of the motivation, because I've always seen how my family struggled with money growing up, and I feel that subconsciously I knew that for myself, I did not want my own kids to be growing up in the same situation, to have to worry about money and food while they were growing up. So this video, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna edit it, but I'm gonna edit the parts where I'm pausing and thinking so that I won't waste your time and keep the story flowing. But at any rate, we found out that my parents are literally running out of money, and we still have a mortgage to pay. Now, a lot of the money that we were getting was from rental income, because we had a little thing called a laneway house, that is a little house built beside our house that we can rent out of, and we have a basement that we used to rent out. And this was in Vancouver, Canada. So if you're in a different place, I don't know how the laws work, but that was the situation. And up until coronavirus happened, we were actually renting out both the basement and the laneway house. So we were getting rental income. But since Corona happened and jobs are lost, like most people have probably experienced, that means that the people who are renting those places, they decided to leave because they couldn't afford it anymore. So the rental income dried up. My parents still have a mortgage to pay, and they are spending above their means. My dad has never been good with money, and he also gambles, which is a really bad habit. And they are still living as if they are still collecting rental income, which they are not. And my dad has cut back on work because he's getting older, can't handle hard labor as much. And now that income has pretty much kind of dried up as well, because he is not a highly educated man. He dropped out of elementary school, to keep that short. So that being said, from the beginning, from when I was young, he would work low wage, minimum wage jobs in order to get us by. And that got us by. But now with the current situation with the US government and a lot of governments printing money in order to soften the blow of coronavirus, a lot of things are getting more expensive, because that is how economics works. That is how supply and demand works. When there's a lot of supply of money, that means that a lot of the goods are going to get more expensive. So that's the situation. Everything is getting more expensive. We're not getting enough income. And my family right now, how I see it, we're not far from losing the house I grew up in. So that is the situation. I feel very solemn about that. And you might be asking, what can you do to help? And that's the same question I asked as well, because as part of a family and as part of this obligation to help my parents who raised me, as that's kind of our traditional way of thinking in Asian culture. I'm Chinese. I felt this obligation to help. But after talking to my parents a bit more and my brother to see where they're at in their mindsets, because mindset is incredibly important, which is what we talk about in this channel on top of passive income. Because in our scenario now, in this situation, everybody should be thinking about how to get passive income, how to build multiple income streams in order to fund their lives. Because if you just depend on one source of income, that is usually salary for most people, if that income dries up, then you are going to be screwed. And that is happening to a lot of people in this current situation of coronavirus. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to my channel, because what we talk about is passive income, creating multiple income streams, so you would be protected in the case that another pandemic happens and a source of income, your main source of income, dries up. You would have other sources of income to keep you going, on top of cryptocurrencies, which is another source of passive income that I'm looking to create. Back to the story. We are in a situation where, our income is dried up, my parents' income is dried up, and I'm looking at their mindset to see what they're at. Where is their relationship with money? And it's really bad. A lot of the ways they are thinking is in the mindset of scarcity. And when you think scarce, you're not going to get anything. Everybody who has something, who have multiple income streams, who have businesses, their lives going for them, they have a mindset of abundance. And that's the mindset that I want to impart to you. A lot of people say, and I really believe in the saying, that the teacher doesn't appear until the student is ready. My parents are not ready yet. My brother is not ready yet. I literally asked him, what's stopping you from graduating? What's stopping you from getting that job? And his answer was, I'm afraid of getting rejected. I got rejected. You know, they won't help me. He has that victim mindset. He can't help himself. And before you can really help yourself, nobody else can help you. And that's the situation. That's a lot of situation that people are in because of our modern society where we think that things are given to you for free. I literally asked my brother, why don't you just try to get your foot in the door and work for minimum wage? He said, they don't pay me enough. Well, I'm thinking, you don't even have any experience. Why would anyone hire you for 60,000 per year? You have no experience, but you're asking for a lot of money when you have no experience. Does that even make sense? And he didn't have an answer to that. I think a lot of people don't have an answer to that. They expect to get things for free. Well, the situation is you don't get things for free. You build a high income skill and people pay you for that. And then you use the money that you have, that you're making from that high income skill, and you diversify it into different investments, different businesses, different side hustles that can provide you with passive income to fund your life even more, to keep you protected when the situation is that the government cannot help you. And the situation right now is the government cannot help you, and they won't be able to help you longer in the future. So what are you gonna do? So I just wanted to share this story with you because it affected me so emotionally that I can help my family, but I saw where their mindset is. And even if I gave them money, they would just squander it away. So money is not going to help. I want to impart with them my mindset that I worked hard to get because I never used to think like this. I used to think in a way of scarcity. You know, I grew up with this family, grew up with scarcity. Got to save money because you got to save for a rainy day. Even though we're saving for the rainy day, the government is devaluing our money so that that nest egg that we saved up, it's going to be used up in like a month or two. That's the situation. So I'm going to read a little bit from my journal right now because I had to journal all my feelings in order to kind of get a sense of stability in what I'm feeling right now, because that's the best way to get stability. And what I wrote is, my family is in a really bad financial situation. Mindset is very negative. They're delusional and spending more than their means. They're going to be killed. Can't I do anything to help? Money won't solve their problem because of their bad relationship with money, and their minds are wired for scarcity right now. It'll really take something shocking to get them to hopefully change their ways. Will they? Probably not. And I realized that at that point, I am thinking negative, but I'm looking at the situation right now. I could be surprised. Then what'll happen? The market will eat them alive. What can you do? I can only watch from the side, have faith and hope. No matter how much I want to help, you can't help those, even your own family, unwilling to help themselves. This is a story that I'm waiting to see play out, but it's out of my control. You see, even when it comes to your own family, if their mindsets aren't in the right place, no matter how much you want to help, you cannot help them. And I know it's frustrating. It's really frustrating for me right now as well. But I know that even if I give them all the recommendations, the actions to take, they won't take them because their minds aren't set in the right place. And so many people are in this situation, which is why I wanted to share my story, because this whole entire channel is about getting out of those situations. To think in a way where when you ask your family, when you ask your brother, what's stopping you from achieving that? And his answer is, well, I think I'm more unlucky than lucky. I think luckiness is for the few. And you would answer, what's stopping you to be part of the few? And they would answer, I'm just not smart enough to do that. They don't even believe in themselves. And when they can't believe in themselves, there's no way that you're going to break through and help. They have to wait. You have to wait. You have to be the teacher and wait until they are ready to accept the lessons that you have to share. And when they are ready, I really hope that you will share the lessons that you have learned, that you have picked up in your life that can really help them, boost them further than they are right now in life. So that's my story. That's the situation that I'm in right now. That's the situation that my family is in right now. Where I came from, where I'm trying to go. This whole channel is built on trying to build passive income streams and about cryptocurrencies to build passive income stream. In addition to how to budget, how to save, how to invest. Because I came from a background where I didn't know how to do any of those things. My family still doesn't know how to do any of those things. And you know, schools, government, they don't teach us how to do those things. And this is where we're learning from. We're learning from YouTube. We're learning from social media on how to do those things. So if you've been in that situation, or you're still in that situation, and you want to get out of that situation, you know someone that's been in the situation or are in the situation, and you want to help, share with them this video. You know, this is stuff that we're supposed to learn. How to invest, how to save, how to budget. That's stuff that we're supposed to learn in school. But you know, our governments, our schools aren't teaching that to us. So where are we learning from? We're learning from YouTube. We're learning from people like me, other YouTubers, and other social media influencers who want to help others, you know, get their financial lives in straight. And with all this, it's really important to have patience, because some people needs to be helped, but they just can't be helped right now. Much like my parents, they would be so much better off if they learned a little bit more about finances, and I can help them with that. But do they want that help right now? I don't think so. So until they feel the pain, enough pain to want to get help, I can't help them. It's much like a smoker not knowing the disadvantages of smoking. Would it be good if you gave them another cigarette? No, of course not. So all you can do is sit in the sidelines and wait until they are shocked, until they are pained so much that they need and are asking for help. That is when you can come in and really give them the help that they need to get past that. So it's no longer a game of winning or losing. It's a game of being able to feed your kid when they're hungry, to not let them go to sleep hungry, to not let them wake up to see no food on the table. It's a game of being able to protect yourself and your family financially by building passive income streams, by learning how to invest, how to save, how to budget. That's what this channel is all about. And if this resonates with you, then please share this video, smash the like button, and hit the subscribe. And I hope to see you more in my other future videos where we learn together how to build our passive income streams, how to save, how to invest, how to budget, and ultimately how to protect ourselves and our family by becoming financially stable and ultimately financially free. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys again next time.